Hey family, I hope you are doing well on this beautiful Sunday morning. No matter what the weather is in your neck of the woods, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. For this episode, I want to acknowledge that there are a lot of things that we should be on top of in our lives. We have households to maintain, yards to keep up, responsibilities at work, family matters, health matters, and so much more. No wonder life feels overwhelming at times, and for many, it can feel daunting most of the time. For those of us who work 40 hours or more per week, there's very little waking hours left to get non-paying tasks done, which means we have to be very strategic about how we spend our time. We can recoup money, we can rebuild empires, we can reestablish ourselves in new careers, but we cannot recoup time. Once our time is spent, it's gone. Money is replaceable, but time is not. Empires are replaceable, but time is not. Careers are replaceable, but your time is not, which means your time is more valuable than money, empires, careers, and many, many other things we cherish. Way too often people value money more than time, and that simple misperception is costing them both time and money. If you are one of those people who has a misperception of time in relationship to money, stick around for this week's Danielle Inspires and get a paradigm shift you will need to leverage the power of time to your advantage. The price tag your job places on your time really doesn't tell the whole story of your worth in increments of time. So you can't get caught up in how much money you earn per hour. Instead, you need to work at how much time is worth to you. Let me give you a few facts about time. Fact number one, we've already covered it, which is time is more valuable than money. Money is replaceable. You can win it back, you can earn it back, you can have it refunded or returned to you. Time, on the other hand, is irreplaceable. Like snowflakes descending from heaven, each second is unique. Once it passes, you will never get that second back again. It's gone forever and cannot be replaced. Therefore, time is invaluable. Although we can make time feel mundane through boring routines and rituals, time is a one-of-a-kind experience. Once a moment passes, you cannot win it back. You cannot earn it back, and it cannot be refunded or returned to you. Fact number two, you cannot measure how much time you will have over your lifespan. You can measure the amount of money you have earned. That amount is certain and can be counted with accuracy. However, you cannot measure the amount of time you will have on earth with any degree of certainty. Life is like a vapor that way. Loved ones are here today and gone tomorrow without warning. This fact is what makes time so precious and valuable. Fact number three, we cannot accomplish anything without time. We can achieve a great deal of things and enrich our lives with wondrous pleasures without spending a dime. Yet there's nothing we can accomplish without time. Everything we enjoy and all that we do requires time. We need time to build our financial empires and establish sustainable legacies. Time is required to do and to be on earth. When we are out of time, we cease from doing and being in the land of the living. Time is a significant part of our existence on earth. It is more important and more powerful than money. No one can truly master money without gaining mastery of his time first. Therefore, if you want to attract prosperity, you must first learn to master your time. Once you see time in a proper light, you'll realize that you're in the same boat as other humans. We have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to determine how to use our time. As long as you are not in prison nor in military or not a minor, you have command over how you use your time. If you need more time, God would have allotted more time to you. I know people frequently wish upon a star for more time, but wishing for more than what you need is a waste of time. So let's stop complaining about not having enough time and begin thanking God for what He has given us already. Let's take the time now to pray a prayer of thanksgiving. God, we thank you for the time you have given unto us thus far. You are a generous God, and you have given us enough time to do what is in our hearts to accomplish. Help us to maximize each moment and not waste any time regretting the past. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Some people have a contentious relationship with time because they don't like how they've allocated their time. For example, they might resent their working hours as employees. In other words, they don't like their job, so they dread time spent at work Monday through Friday, week after week. Maybe they like what they do at work, but they don't like that they have to work on weekends and holidays. Others feel trapped in businesses they've built, and they aren't sure how to reclaim their time and walk a different path. My role as a master life coach is to help my clients navigate the complexities of life and arrive at a place called better. Better looks different for each of us, and the journey to better looks different as well. Yet my clients don't have to get hung up on how to get unstuck or how to transition to better. They don't even need to know what better looks like. To engage in a relationship with me as your coach, all you need is what my clients have, which is a desire to live your best life. When I'm screening clients, I'm looking for the ones who are hungry for more because they will be willing to put in the work to discover high life satisfaction and fulfillment. The life that you desire is right in front of you, and you may be struggling to grab a hold of it because your perception is limited. Sometimes it helps to work alongside a professional to gain a better perspective and brainstorm strategies for improving your livelihood. If it feels like time is not on your side or that time is slipping away faster than you can build, that is your perception at play. And your perception dictates your reality. You want to change your reality? Then change your perception. Let's work on your perception to help you see that time is truly on your side. God made everything beautiful in its time. He allotted time to everything created to fulfill their purpose. The time allotted for you takes into consideration the summation of who you are at various stages of life and development. In determining the required amount of time of fulfillment, God considered your proclivities, insecurities, and disposition. He contemplated your strengths, your weaknesses, your victories and setbacks, and your hopes and fears. He examined the summation of your existence on earth from start to finish, precisely accounting for all factors. Then he designated time for you to reach certain milestones in your life. Before God established the foundations of the world, he provided ample time for you to fulfill your purpose and walk out your destiny. In other words, you have time to do what God created you to do. There's no need to rush or to fret about time. The key barrier to achieving the results you desire is how you are using your time and not time itself. Time is a neutral third party. More precisely, it's a tool, just like a hammer, a screwdriver, or a crowbar. Let's end the disparaging remarks about time and upgrade our perception of time. Instead of blaming time, let's discuss ways to allocate more time to do the things you want to do. So here's how we're going to get started allocating more time to do things that you want to do. Number one is to dream big. I want you to think about your ideal lifestyle. Ideally, how would you use your time each day? Where would you go? What would you do? And who would you be with? How different would your weekdays look from your weekends in your ideal world? What days of the week would you work, and for how many hours per week? Would you work from home or in the office? How often would you take vacations? What type of support systems would you need in place so that you could focus on your highest income generating products and or services? Number two, prioritize. You have reimagined your life by dreaming big. Now renovations are required in various areas of your life to bring your dream to life. Renovations are never easy, and if you try to overhaul every area of your life at once, you'll lose momentum and enthusiasm very quickly, which means you need to decide what to tackle first. Look, there's nothing wrong with going for one or two easy wins first, just to encourage yourself to press forward and tackle bigger tasks. Number three, strategize. You want to get the most bang for your efforts. Remember, you are reallocating your time and juggling current responsibilities while building a new life. So you have to be smart about maximizing efficiency, effectiveness, and economy. A new life is new, right? And a lot of changes will come about by trial and error. But over time, you will build grit, tenacity, and wisdom to work smarter as time goes by. Let me give you a few tips to help you dream big, prioritize, and strategize. So tip number one is pay off your debts. Debt payments and interest reduce your cash flow for months or years into the future. The sooner you pay off your debts, the sooner you can increase your cash flow. Your goal is to be debt free and increase the amount of cash you have available for investing. Often when people want to improve their financial condition, they immediately think about getting a new job or a second job. Either route will monopolize your time and will not improve your cash flow the way paying off your debts will. Tip number two, big wins don't require big effort. People promote grinding as if you can't be successful without burying yourself in work. However, big wins require less effort and provides higher rewards. So, as you are prioritizing and strategizing, don't jump into new endeavors that will monopolize your time. Remember, your time is more valuable than money. Therefore, you need to protect your time. Going back to school takes time and money. Looking for a new job takes time. If you are itching to do something drastic, pay off your debts. And tip number three, reduce your expenses by $100 to $500 per month. I know $500 a month sounds like an insane amount, but on average, most households waste $500 a month. I want to challenge you to find out how much money you are wasting, and the amount must be at least $100 a month. Instead of wasting that money, you can do one of two things with it. Whatever you decide depends on your level of discipline. If you have the discipline to save it in an interest-bearing account for at least 1 year, go for it. If you will be tempted to spend what you've saved, then use the money to pay off your debts faster. Let me clarify that I'm not against looking for a new job or going back to school. When the time is right to make those moves, do so. But as I said, we aren't going to start off with drastic transitions. We are going to lead with simple strategies that will have a big impact on finances and little impact on your time. You get 24 hours a day to build an incredible life, and I want you to focus on using your time wisely. Between now and the end of this year, I will continue to provide inspiration and wisdom to help you improve your financial well-being, which includes freeing up your time. Well, our time together is up and I enjoyed every minute of it. Until next week, be bold, be great, and be inspired. Y'all be safe.
Thank you for joining me for another week of Danielle Inspires. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the alert button so that you are aware of new content as soon as it is released, and share this inspiration with those you love. See you next week.